and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. Greetings, gentlemen and ladies. Episode 197. It's June, and y'all see what I'm wearing. So it's obvious. I cannot wait any longer. All right. As you, my fellow Patreonies know, when we do episode 200, we're going to do it live. It will be Sunday, July 7th, I think, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as I stated last week, I have pretty much decided that it is going to be a pre-fall episode. All right. Now, in this particular case, it's going to be a pre-fall episode because of the timing. It's literally going to air in the middle of summer. So it is pre-fall. However, the ensembles for that episode will be fall ensembles, not pre-fall ensembles. All right. They're going to be mid to late October and to mid to late December ensembles. All right. So that said, I want to get a head start. All right. It took me quite a while to narrow down what ensembles I wanted to use for the live episode. And so the ensembles and pieces that I'm not going to use for the live episode, I wanted to give you guys a head start on. This particular episode will feature pieces that are new to my collection. All right. So there'll be pieces that you have not seen on a Seamless Style episode before. And this particular episode will be the same, but it will also, I want to give you guys a jump on what my direction will be for our favorite time of year, which is fall. All right. So I'm going to give you a couple of tidbits on which direction I am going for fall 2024 when it comes to my everyday wears, my everyday ensembles. Is it going to be drastically different from any other fall since I've been doing this? No, not really. But some of the concepts, some of the ideas, some of the ideologies will be slightly different. I have been working rather diligently here, and I've even written down notes. I've even done a little bit of drawing on how I am going to heavily incorporate varsity and collegiate into our brainchild, which is rustic chic. So I feel like Seamless Style, we didn't do a lot with rustic chic this past fall and winter. The assignment was great. It was amazing. Everybody did a great job. But I want to evolve rustic chic more this fall and winter. And again, my mission is to incorporate varsity a lot more, collegiate a lot more into rustic chic. All right. You'll get a very, very, very small glimpse of that today. But for the most part, I'm going to save the meat and potatoes for when fall actually hits. All right. But because of you guys being my aces, you'll get glimpses into it much farther ahead of time than the YouTube community. All right. 3 rigs today for pre-fall 1.0 plus the ensemble I'm wearing. All right. Now, the ensemble that I'm wearing, each ensemble, matter of fact, let me say this again. I feel like I said it, but let me stress it. Each ensemble that you will see today will give you a glimpse into how I am going to be maneuvering during fall and winter 2024. All right. So you'll be able to take ideas from each look and determine if that's something you want to do or if that's something you hadn't thought about and you want to see more of, whatever the case may be. All right. When it comes to you guys, I really enjoy being able to give you ideas and concepts on how you can not only grow your wardrobe, but get into a particular lane that you may highly enjoy viewing here and take it and make it your own. All right. So by all means, feel free to any Patreon episode, any episode period for you guys, feel free to, if it's something you see and you like, feel free to get every single piece down to the socks. I don't care. I salute it. That's what I want you guys to do. This ensemble, it definitely confirmed what I already knew, that I am a bit of a Francophile. All right. All things France, man. I just think, and you know, I've never been. It's definitely on my bucket list. One to visit during Paris Fashion Week, but I'm a bit of a Francophile. All right. So that will explain the beret. All right. But this ensemble, let's start at the bottom. The Astor boot. It's a dress boot. Wingtip brogue inspirations here. I am going to be very big on boots this fall. I have a decent collection of boots in my arsenal. I'm going to add more. If the financial gods bless me, I'm going to double the amount of boots that I have now by the beginning of next spring. I have decided that, especially a dress boot like this, is just something that I've really taken a big liking to. All right. There's nothing like a pair of dress shoes. There's nothing like a pair of tassel loafers, penny loafers, Denver cap toes, et cetera, monk straps. But a dress boot is just something for me that has so many different uses that I've really become a big fan. So like I said, I've just been doing a lot of brainstorming, et cetera, and I have decided that I am going to definitely chase down boots this fall, winter. But the Astor boot, a beautiful dress boot, a beautiful chocolate brown. The jeans are slightly distressed and repaired. Sullivan Slim Fit. I gave them the RL-inspired 3-inch cuff. Typically, majority of my jeans I do buy with a 34-inch inseam, so I can give them that cuff which I typically like to do with my jeans. All right. Medium wash because I didn't want I did not want too clean of a look with my denim for this particular ensemble. All right. A Fair Isle turtleneck sweater. All right. Beautiful Fair Isle pattern. And I was able to track down a Polo Blue Label Fair Isle beret on eBay. All right. Had to finish up the look with the tortoise shell glasses. It was something that had to be added to the look. And Zuri accessories here. Fragrance of the ensemble. Definitely of this ensemble. It definitely goes with one of the other ensembles, but it's more so fragrance of the ensemble than it is fragrance of the episode. That said, you could still use this for every ensemble in the episode. All right. There's maybe 2 ensembles on the rigs. 2 rigs that I probably would not go with Supreme Oud. But you could. You definitely could. But Supreme Oud is definitely for one of the rigs and absolutely for this ensemble. All right. And in my humble opinion, Supreme Oud is just the official fragrance of fall. All right. You already know about the oud wood. You already know about the notes in this fragrance, man. It's top tier. It's next level. It's the longest lasting fragrance in the Ralph Lauren brand, in my opinion. All right. And yeah, Supreme Oud, fragrance of the ensemble, and might as well just call it fragrance of the episode. Now, there is a bag of the ensemble. This was another eBay purchase that I don't know how I came across it. I was glad I did. I did not hesitate. Bag of the ensemble is this beauty here. A Polo Blue Label Fair Isle book bag. Alright. Nylon book bag. No, it's not wool or anything like that, which would have been great if it was possible to make it that way. I don't know. But I didn't need it to be. But a Fair Isle book bag, man. Polo Blue Label. Alright. Beautiful Fair Isle pattern. Red pony. So that I guess everybody knows that this is a Ralph Lauren book bag, a Polo Ralph Lauren book bag. But, you know, we didn't need the pony. We as in us, we didn't necessarily need the pony. But, you know, it's not a huge pony. It's kind of somewhat inconspicuous because of the size, you know. So it's great. But yeah, man, this was something that when I saw it, there was no way I was not going to make that purchase. All right. Now, without any further ado, man, we in mid-June. Matter of fact, it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all my fathers watching. You get the big piece of chicken today. That might be all you get, but you earned it. And we don't necessarily need a pat on the back for doing what we signed up for, right? Anywho, I digest. Y'all ready? Me too. Now let's go. Our first rig is going to be my weekend go-to look. All right. Now y'all know, as with the majority of us, I would say, more often than not, we work during the weekdays. The weekends is our time off. So the weekend can be our time to run errands, our time to spend time, more quality time with our significant other, our time to hang out with the boys, the fellas, whatever the case may be, whatever we do for our leisure, our enjoyment, right? So a lot of times that's the time that we get to dress how we want to dress, right? And be stylish and comfortable and enjoy those brisk fall weekends outdoors, whatever the case may be, right? It's the weekend. But instead of the weekend in the middle of June, it's the weekend in the middle of November, right? Leaves are falling, leaves are turning different colors, less birds chirping, uh, brisk, brisk breezes in the morning, right? All that stuff that we enjoy about fall, football, etc. All that good stuff, right? So this type of look is going to be my weekend go-to look. All right. Let's start at the bottom so I can describe this look to you, so I can talk through this look, and then we'll move forward as to what my go-to weekend fall winter look is actually going to look like. All right. Start at the bottom. You broke out a pair of Legends as far as my collection goes. A pair of Legends, a pair of shoes that we have loved since the day we saw them. We have loved since the time that we received them from the FedEx truck from RalphLauren.com almost 10 years ago. And they are still in great shape, and they are just beautiful, gorgeous shoes. And that would be the Ed Waltons. All right. The Ed Waltons is a dark brown suede double monk strap loafer with a herringbone tweed vamp. All right. Beautiful pair of shoes, perfect for fall and winter. All right. We did a pair of green socks, college green with navy stripes. All right. Have a yellow pony. We pulled out a pair of jeans. All right. So far we have the ensemble I'm wearing and the first rig are both featuring denim. There will be a lot more denim incorporated into my looks this fall winter 2024. All right. This particular pair is a pair of slim fit Polo Blue Label, medium washed with a high stone wash in the center from the mid thigh down to the shin, and gold skull and bones. All right. So rugby looking denim, but they are Polo Blue Label. All right. Nice brown belt. Nothing spectacular. All right. We have first and foremost a Gordon Dress Tartan button down OCBD. All right. OCBD, Oxford cloth button down. All right. Over top of that, we have a beautiful piece that I grabbed from Lotique during a flash sale. And again, I just feel like it was just an amazing purchase as far as the price and the piece. All right. It is a jersey. All right. It looks like a t-shirt. It's more of a jersey. This is the second one I have. Both are by Rugby Ralph Lauren. The other one I have had for quite a few years, probably 6-7 years at least. It is a faded Rugby Royal with 1839 across the top. All right. This one is a college green. It has a black screen printed griffin on the left chest, almost the shoulder. It has a number 4 patch on the right upper shoulder. And in the center, it has the RLFC logo in the center that is chenille patched white Gothic print letters. And that is on top of a screen printed black, almost tonal, but black circle. So it gives an illusional look to it, but it's just great. It makes it look even more vintage than it is. But it's actually a jersey. It has stitching on the shoulders and on the elbows that gives it that jersey feel to it. Right. I went with a foul yard bow tie in yellow to bring out the gold in the pants as well as the gold in the Gordon dress. I went with a Rugby Ralph Lauren patchwork tweed estate driving cap, and then this Polo Blue Label herringbone sports coat that I picked up on eBay recently. It has surgical buttons on the sleeve. The trimming of the sleeve is leather. It has brown leather elbow patches. All right. This is a beautiful, almost a hop sack type of sports coat. It's dual vented. It just, man, this sports coat is going to get a lot of wear. It's going to get a lot of wear this fall and winter. A lot of wear from me. This sports coat is going to be one of those pieces that you just grab and throw on over top of whatever. All right. My go-to look for just, typical casual weekends when I may need to go out, whether it's planned or unplanned, is going to be around this area here. Maybe a bow tie, maybe a necktie, maybe not, but probably the OCBD or some type of cotton woven with a sweatshirt, maybe a sweater, but probably more of a crew neck sweatshirt thrown over top, something in the collegiate realm with a tweed sports coat thrown over top, whether it's herringbone, barleycorn, houndstooth, something vintage with that vintage look, that vintage feel to it. A nice pair of denim, some chinos as well. Wool flannel slacks will also be incorporated, and a nice, decent, not too dressy, definitely not too casual pair of footwear. Whether it's a nice pair of worn-in loafers, or as I stated in the beginning, boots, whether it be dress boots, dress casual boots. This is going to be, and that is going to be my go-to looks for fall and winter 2024. And I'm excited because it's going to be something that is easy for us to put together. But once we step out, it's going to look like we put a lot of thought, a lot of time, a lot of effort into how we look. And for us, it's just a matter of grabbing this favorite sweatshirt, this favorite shirt to go under it, brand new pair of boots we just got, favorite most comfortable pair of jeans, and a great sports coat, a great tweed wool sports coat to finish off the look. Now, this look is a little bit earlier in the fall because of our fabrics that we're using, our less layering, our less amount of body that's covered, even though we will be in fall. So this is more very late September, early to mid-October, as far as where I am in Charlotte, right? Where you are, that time of year might already be, only highs in the low 50s. Here, late September, early to mid-October, we still find ourselves in the 60s, right? Sometimes even the 70s, right? But it's a different type of 70 than it would be in March or April. It's a different type of 70. I will say that. Doesn't necessarily feel like a warm 70 degrees. It feels like a cool 70 degrees. But that said, it's not as cool temperature-wise as very late October, November, December, January around here. All right. So this particular look still says fall, right? But it's a sporty look. All right. So this is part of where I'm incorporating uh, varsity and collegiate into the rustic chic look. Now, this is not rustic chic whatsoever, but I'm locating pieces that I know I can use and incorporate with the rustic chic varsity infused concept. All right. Now, technically, there's only one new piece in this ensemble. And when I say new, I just mean new to my collection. All right. That's technically. But in theory, there are two new pieces. All right. Quick story before we do a view of the rig. Saw the shorts, bought the shorts, received the shorts, went looking for this sweater, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it anywhere in my collection. I have 2, 3. At the time, I had 4 places where I kept cardigans. All right, 4 separate places. I looked in each place, and when I say I looked, I pulled each stack down from wherever it was, and I looked through each and every cardigan. I could not find this sweater, and I knew I had this sweater. So I'm like, did I sell my sweater to somebody and don't remember? Where the fuck is my sweater? Well, long story less long, instead of stressing myself out, I ended up finding it a couple weeks later on eBay. It was a reasonable price. I went in, purchased it. It's actually, my original sweater had an XL tag, and I know I got it tailored once. This is a large tag. And because it's fleece and because it's rugby, it actually fits perfect. All right. It's a little bit longer than I typically like my cardigans to be, but in the fleece, I like a little bit longer. In the fleece cardigans, I like a little bit longer because the fleece is just a little more casual. All right. This sweater is what caused this change up. All right. Most of these were over here in shelves, etc., on top of the fireplace. This was brought here because of me looking for this sweater. I said, I got to make some changes. It's too tight in here. I love having more space. I love this setup. Hope you guys like it too. But this sweater caused all of this. Me looking for this sweater. All right. But that said, this rolling varsity look is, again, an early fall or very, very, very late summer, at least in North Carolina, type of look. All right. It can be an everyday look, right? The necktie is just however I'm feeling, right? I can take the necktie off, unbutton one button, and rock and roll this look to do anything, all right? Doesn't necessarily have to be an event, all right? I can add the tie for a more standout type of outing, right? Or I can go full on varsity and be actually going to a skull match, a race, and wear this to that, right? Maybe I'm going to Yale to watch a first 8. Who knows? But again, like I said, it's just a matter of, do you want to wear a necktie or do you want or not? You can wear a necktie, you can wear a bow tie, you can wear you can open up the OCBD and tie a scarf around your neck. Either way, this entire look is a great look for those early fall temperatures and just doing whatever. It really doesn't matter with this look where you're going. This is just a fun look that's very comfortable. All right. Once we start at the bottom, you will see exactly what I mean when I say that. All right. One of my go-to pair of sneakers. All right. The Polo Blue Label the white leather sneakers with the canvas toe and the off-white navy stripes on the side. All right. And a nice pair of socks. I couldn't decide if I wanted to go with the white and blue symmetric socks or the navy socks with the small white stripes. I could not decide which socks, so one of each on display here. As you scroll up, Rugby Ralph Lauren shorts in a French navy with the RC and one or chenille patch on the upper right thigh. All right, unique place to have a logo on a pair of shorts. All right, OCBD in Columbia blue, a Polo Blue Label necktie in navy with white rep stripes, and then the cardigan. All right, fleece cardigan, that the exact same RC chenille patch with the one oar going through it on the left lower side of the front of the cardigan. All right, another unique place to have a logo here. All right, this is also Rugby Ralph Lauren, and the shawl collar is striped in navy and white as well. All right, distinct stitching throughout the sweater to give it a vintage look. All right, functional pockets, of course. Just an overall great ensemble. You can finish it off with a rowing dad cap if you have one, or something of that nature. But yeah, this is a great look. It's perfect for anything. You know, it's just a matter of, do you want to wear neckwear or not wear neckwear? But either way, this will be an everyday look for those first remnants of fall. Again, like I stated, late September, early to mid October, 60-degree fall temperatures, perfect ensemble. Now, this last look is a look that's probably going to get a lot of use this fall, winter. This is my errands look. Okay, so this look is from anywhere from Sunday through Saturday. All right, if I have errands, whether it be dropping something at the post office, going to the grocery store, going to the pharmacy, running to grab some seafood from Mayflower, whatever the case may be. If I'm running an errand or errands, this is going to be my go-to look for the fall, starting around mid to late October, just depending on the temperatures, and running all the way through until the weather breaks in whatever time it breaks in March. Because it's very simple. This look either will require a coat or it won't. All right. If it doesn't, it's because the temperatures are from 60 to 45, 50, somewhere in there. And no rain. So it could be no rain, no inclement weather. It could be no rain, no snow. It could be overcast. It could be partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, sunny. As long as the temperature is between 45 and 60, I can go just like this. If it's below 45 and or it's raining or snowing, then I'll throw a polo coat over top. I'll throw a duffel coat over top. I'll throw a raincoat over top. Right? I can even throw a tweed jacket like we saw on rig 1 over top of this look. All right. But this is going to be my go-to look for running errands. All right. Monday through Friday. All right. The only change up, maybe, but probably not, but maybe, I might throw some jeans on every now and then. I might. But for the most part, this is it right here. The way you seeing it right now. Let's start at the bottom. All right. Comfortable shoes. With this look, I went ahead and grabbed my most comfortable pair of boat shoes, which is a snuff pair. I almost grabbed my favorite pair of penny loafers, which are really on their last leg. I almost grabbed those. I have a pair of tassel loafers I also looked at too, but I went with these. All right, nice pair of socks, heraldic rep stripe, wine colored. All right, Rugby Ralph Lauren sweats, gray sweats. They button at the crotch. They also tie with elastic waistband, white elastic waistband. Skull and Bones, the iconic Skull and Bones of Rugby Ralph Lauren on the left upper thigh, right below the waist. All right. We have an OCBD in ruby red, navy, and gold. And then we have this beautiful Rugby Ralph Lauren hooded rugby shirt that I picked up on eBay. All right. Color blocked, ruby red and navy. All right. The hood is green with a little bit of navy on the inside. It's also detachable. It will never come off, just so you know. But I like it with it on this particular piece. I'm never taking it off. All right. Navy rugby style collar. All right. One drawstring for the hood is green, the other is navy. All right. Has a giant 2 patch on the back. Has tonal elbow patches on each sleeve. So the navy sleeve has a blue. The ruby red sleeve has a ruby red patch. All right. Tail hanging out of the OCBD. The OCBD tail is hanging out. Oh, and one side of the rugby actually has a drawstring tie, just one side. So man, just the little details here when it comes to this rugby. This rugby fell in my lap. It literally fell in my lap. And it's one of about 3 or 4 that I do want to add to the collection between now and the start of fall. But I do have a lot of rugby shirts, so I'm not pressed to add a whole bunch of rugbies. It's certain looks that I'm looking for that's going to work for me, and this one completes that look. The patch itself, just that simple PRLC patch on the chest. And I'm sorry, I told y'all this was Rugby Ralph Lauren. It's not. It's Polo Blue Label. But yeah, just man, this. And of course, you can add pieces to this look, right? You can definitely do a bow tie or a necktie, right? You could definitely switch out the sweats for a pair of jeans or a pair of chinos if you want to dress this look up. Me personally, like I said, this is my go-to look for fall for running errands. So when it comes to running errands, I want to be able to represent my Ralph Lauren lifestyle by just simply being able to grab a pair of sweatpants, an OCBD, a rugby shirt, my most comfortable pair of shoes, a pair of socks, throw them on, walk out the door, right? Tidy the beard up, throw them on, walk out the door. If I need a cap, cool. I got several driving caps that work with this look. I probably have a couple of dad caps that work with this look. And again, if that temperature is below 45, 46, 47 degrees, if it's raining or snowing, if it's windy and I need a coat, I have duffel coats, I have polo coats, I have car coats, I have chore jackets, I got my eye on a couple of more denim truckers. all types of outerwear that will work with this look. And again, like I said, including the tweed sports coat. So I'm going to be able to run an errand, whether it's planned or totally, on a whim. I'm going to be able to run an errand or run errands and be comfortable and confident in how I look in my Ralph Lauren lifestyle. And that's another episode in the books. So what do you guys think, man? If I know you gentlemen and ladies as much as I think I do, or as well as I think I do, y'all about ready for fall just like I am. Y'all can't wait. Y'all getting excited. Y'all getting hyped up. I am. Part of the process of getting excited about fall is the actual shopping part of it. Like, I love grabbing pieces knowing, oh yeah, this piece right here is gonna really, I don't know when I'm gonna wear it. I can't tell you. I can't tell you if it's gonna be to go to the North Carolina State Fair or the whatever, right? I can't tell you what I'm wearing it for. I know it's getting worn. Everything you saw here today is getting worn this fall. Everything you'll see on episode 200 is getting worn this fall, all right? And there are some pieces that you'll see when we hit fall that are already here. And there are some pieces that you will see this fall that are still in carts, whether it's eBay or .com or Poshmark or whatever. Like, fall is my time of year, man. I love it. I love the fall, right? I love the fall for the fashion and the style. I love the fall because I love that type of weather. I was born November 28th, so that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But out of the looks that I'm going to be using as everyday looks that I showed you in this episode, which one was closest to what you were thinking about doing? If you had thought about it already. If you hadn't, well, hopefully you now are taking this time to say, you know what, that's not a bad idea, knowing exactly how you're going to maneuver for a particular time of year before you even get there. Because then that kind of helps you on your shopping. You know, it keeps you from getting distracted if a P-wing drops out of the sky. And you're like, damn, I wouldn't mind having that, but nah, that ain't really what I'm trying to do this year. But that ain't really how I'm trying to maneuver. You know what I mean? And that was just random. I have nothing against P-wing, but I'm just saying, kind of giving yourself an idea of how you want to maneuver for a particular season helps you from making purchases that maybe you regret later, or helps you from making purchases that you end up not even using the piece, right? So, just get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. All right. I think the next episode is 198. Either 198 or 199. I'm going to do part 2 of linen. All right. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. So it'll either be next Sunday or the Sunday after. I'm going to do part 2 of linen. All right. 200, as you already know, will be live Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to go live promptly at 1. Now, just depending on how many people are in the live right at 1 will determine, obviously, how much time I give before I actually start the episode, because I'm going to want to give some people a few minutes to get in there and get started. But I want to do it at 1 because I want to try to be finished 2:30, 2:45, 3. I don't want to run too much into the evening That's number one. But I did want to start late enough so that, any of my brothers and or sisters that go to church give you some type of time to get home from church. Hopefully, if you're not going to a Baptist church, if you go to a Baptist church, then you probably gonna miss the whole thing, because y'all don't get out of church till 5-6 o'clock. We'll talk about that one day, not today. Other than that, man, just remember, and always remember, that artists paint pictures, man. Artists paint pictures. And haters paint narratives, right? And if you following me on the gram, I put haters on blast. I put you in my stories. I talk shit to you in the comment section under the post that you decided you wanted to hate on. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me, because at the end of the day, when I invite you to shoot me the one, you're gonna get missing. You're gonna decline. All right. It's not that serious. When I invite you to hit, when I say, bro, let's just hit. Let's link up and hit. We ain't even got to keep talking. You ain't gonna want to do it. So it is what it is. That's how I see it. Artists paint pictures. Haters paint narratives. Do not be no hater. To my fathers that are watching, happy Father's Day. Do not let your kids go today without showing you extra appreciation. All right? And I salute you, brothers. Y'all have a good one.